President Nixon had two main enemies, anti-war leftists and African Americans. He couldn't just outright be against those groups, but he was trying to find out ways to get the public against them. His best option was to turn the public against drugs, mainly marijuana and heroin. A Nixon aide, John Ehrlichman, has admitted,
"We could arrest their leaders, raid their homes, break up their meetings, and vilify them night after night on the evening news. Did we know we were lying about the drugs? Of course we did."
Nixon started the war on drugs in 1971 for political gain. Several of his actions that contributed to the drug war, are an increase in federal drug control agencies and the implementation of mandatory minimums, which are the minimum punishments that can be given for nonviolent crimes. With Reagan as president, rates in which people would go to prison began to increase, primarily due to the ongoing drug war and the position Reagan took with it. The number of prisoners incarcerated increased from 50,000 people to over 400,000 people, mainly due to nonviolent drug cases. Today, the United States has 4.4% of the world's population, but it holds 22% of the world's prisoner population. Out of 321.4 million people, the United States has 2,220,300 citizens in prison, according to the Bureau of Justice Statistics in 2013. This number is incredibly high. For comparison, China has a population of 1.731 billion with 1,548,498 citizens in prison. The media has also helped shape the fear of drugs, as they often had many anti-drug PSAs. Many famous celebrities at the time include Pee Wee Herman and Michael Jordan, featured in these announcements. The most common drug referred to in PSAs was crack, a smokable form of cocaine. Bill Clinton, although originally in favor of helping addicts instead of incarcerating them, eventually joined the previous president's trends of escalating the drug war. He rejected the idea of overturning the federal ban on safe syringe access programs. However, when leaving office, he expressed ideas of drug imprisonment reform and stated he was in favor of marijuana legalization. Today, usage of drugs has changed dramatically. People want the use of drugs for medical purposes while not abusing the drug policy. Reforms for marijuana are gaining momentum in America. Many states such as Alaska, California, Colorado, Nevada, Oregon, Maine, Massachusetts, Washington State, and Washington, D.C. have all legalized the usage of marijuana by adults. At the end of President Obama's term, he stated in an interview that he didn't plan on legalizing marijuana nationally, but he wasn't going to crack down on states that went against the federal drug laws. In 2013, Uruguay became the first country to regulate marijuana. Canada plans legalization in 2018 for adults. However, some people, such as the current Attorney General Jeff Sessions, believes that using marijuana is just as bad as using crack cocaine. He makes it extremely clear that he does not like the usage or legalization of marijuana. He says,
"Good people don't smoke marijuana."
Progress is slow on drug reform, but signs indicate that speed will likely dramatically increase in the near future. In 2000, support for marijuana legalization was just 30%, but recent polls indicate that a staggering 60% of the American population supports legalizing it. This means that, although there is little support in Congress, this upward trend will most likely continue and put pressure on lawmakers.